In life, we often seek guidance from a lot of different places, but what if I told you that one of the best places to seek it was actually from within yourself? By asking dream characters different questions in your lucid dreams, you can find out some valuable information from your subconscious. Your subconscious can actually give you some really good advice. So today I'm going to share 5 powerful questions that you can ask dream characters and by extension your subconscious in a lucid dream. Before we get into the video, I just want to remind you guys that this video is sponsored by you guys. If you like what I do here and you want to learn more about lucid dreaming, then check out my complete book, The Lucid Dream Book. Getting a copy of the book also helps support the channel, so if you'd like to do that, check out the link in the top right hand corner or down in the description below. Thank you if you do decide to do that. Anyway, on to the 5 questions. So question number 1, ask a dream character, what is something that I'm avoiding addressing or dealing with? The great thing about asking a dream character something is you're speaking to your subconscious, and your subconscious knows things about you that you aren't consciously aware of. There's a lot of stuff that is buried in your psyche that you might not be able to bring to mind right away, but that if you ask your subconscious, it might be able to help you with. So asking it for something that you're avoiding addressing or dealing with can be really useful. I mean, this is why dream analysis exists. It exists to try to get information from your subconscious about what's going on in your mind. But you don't have to sit there and try to analyze all of these symbols. You can get in a lucid dream and ask a dream character, what the hell am I avoiding? Or what is going on beneath the surface? So that is question 1. Question 2, what is my biggest lucid dreaming weakness? Whatever the case, you should get an interesting answer here because you're asking your subconscious, the dream characters in your lucid dreams, for help with lucid dreaming. And since you are thinking actively about lucid dreaming right now, you are sort of priming your subconscious to give you an interesting answer related to lucid dreaming. And you might find, as I have in the past, that the answer actually surprises you. It might be something that you didn't really even think of as your biggest weakness. But then when you sit there and you think about it after having the dream, you realize, actually, yeah, I'm really not that good at that thing. And you can ask it for your biggest lucid dreaming strength as well if you'd like to learn that. You don't have to use these exact questions that I'm giving you in this video. You can switch things around a little and experiment with these questions. And another tip that I have for you is to ask follow-up questions. So if they say your biggest lucid dreaming weakness is dream control, then ask them, why? What is it that I'm not doing that is making me so bad at dream control? Which leads me to question number 3. What's one tip that you could give me for addressing that weakness? And if you decided to ask about your strength instead, then ask, what's one thing that I could do to really utilize that strength? And you don't have to stop there. Like if you get a tip to practice dream control more, then you can follow up on that as well. You can say, okay, how should I be practicing dream control? What should I be doing? Should I just be using like a few techniques that I've learned online? Should I be making my own techniques? And I know what you're thinking here. Matt, why are you asking us to do this when your whole thing is you teaching us lucid dreaming? Shouldn't we always be coming to you for advice? Well, no, you should also be listening to your own subconscious because it is going to be one of your greatest allies and greatest teachers along the way. And as much as I hope that all of you guys keep on watching me, I ultimately believe that everyone should start out learning from others, but ultimately become their own teacher, learn through experimentation, through learning about how their own mind works and what works well for them. Because every person is different, especially in such a subjective world as our dreams. So yes, it is a good idea early on to start building a relationship with your dream characters. Start learning how to talk to them and ask them questions about your lucid dreaming journey. You can, if nothing else, use them as a nice little check-in every so often just to see how you're doing. See what their opinion is of what's going on with your lucid dreaming experience. Which leads me to question number 4. When you find an interesting dream character, whether that be in one of your lucid dreams or one of your regular dreams, you can do this there and then if you're thinking of it at the time, or you can run into them again or spawn them at some point in the future and ask them this question. What do you represent in my mind? This is an especially useful question to ask for dream characters that you haven't seen in waking life. If you encounter an interesting character, especially if you feel some strong way about them, like maybe you meet a character in your dream and you feel like this is someone you love, or you feel like this is one of your best friends even though you've never met them in real life. Or maybe you meet someone in a dream and you're really scared of them and you don't know why. Well, ask that person what they represent and why they're making you feel this way. You might not always get a straight answer right away because sometimes dream characters like to be weird or like to be cryptic, but try and have a conversation with them and you might be able to pry out the answer. I've actually had a kind of interesting experience happen doing this one time where I asked the dream character what they represent for me and they said, come on, isn't it obvious now? And at that moment that they said that, it suddenly crossed over my mind what they actually represented. And I still don't know if it was just a momentary realization thing, or if basically my subconscious put that thought right in my head right at that moment. Just as an example of how you can put a twist on this question, you could ask a dream character what this room represents, or what this feeling that you're feeling represents, or what this activity you're engaging in represents. The closer link the character is to the thing that you're asking about, the better chance that you'll get a good answer, because your subconscious is more likely to expect them to give a good answer. But it doesn't have to be the case. You can just ask a random person about something that happened earlier in the dream. It is all your brain, so all of that information is in there and it can give you an answer. Or you may find, like in the example that I just gave, that the answer just pops into your head. Now I'm going to tell you question 5, but after that I'm going to give you a little bit of an extra tip that'll help you get even better results with these questions, so stick around to the end for that. Alright, question number 5. Simply ask a dream character, if you could give me a single piece of advice, what would it be? Don't specify anything beyond that, just let them give you a single piece of advice. It could be on any subject imaginable. And the great thing is, because of your subconscious being the way it is, the piece of advice that it's going to give you is likely going to relate to something that is going on beneath the surface in your mind that is kind of important to you. Like if you've been stressing at work, you really don't like this job that you've been doing for a while now, and you've been thinking about it, ruminating about it, and it's kind of been in the back of your mind, but you've been putting it off, then you might find that you actually get a piece of advice relating to that. Not always though. Sometimes the dream characters will just say nonsensical things, they'll give you bad advice, they'll say something silly, but a lot of the time they can say something quite useful and quite profound. So before we round off the video, let me give you a little bit of a tip for using these questions. And that is to pick appropriate dream characters for specific questions. If you're a beginner and you haven't mastered any sort of dream control yet, then don't worry about doing this, just ask whatever dream characters are around. But if you have got a basic bit of dream control, or if you are willing to learn some and learn how to spawn dream characters, then you can spawn some characters that are appropriate for what you want to ask. So, for example, maybe that question about what you're avoiding, you spawn your best friend and ask them. Because in waking life, your best friend is someone that you really trust to give you honest advice, so likely you'll get some very useful, honest advice from your subconscious. Maybe for the questions about lucid dreaming advice, you summon a wise old wizard, you summon Gandalf or something, and you get him to give you some help. Or maybe you summon me or another lucid dreaming teacher. Just anyone that you feel would have a lot of knowledge about lucid dreaming. Yes, it is your subconscious that you're speaking to at the end of the day, so the dream character doesn't affect what knowledge it has, but it can affect what it's actually going to say, because you're going to expect something different based on the person that you see in front of you. Maybe for question number 5, that single piece of advice, maybe you summon an older, smarter, wiser, fitter version of yourself and ask them for some advice. And remember, just because you've asked one of these questions once doesn't mean you can't ask it again, and you can ask it again to a different dream character and see if you get a different response. Play around with this, have some fun. Remember, if you liked the video and you want to learn more or you want to support the channel, then check out my book, The Lucid Dream Book, at gum.co/theluciddreambook. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you want more videos like this one, make sure you subscribe and enable all notifications so you can stay up to date when new videos come out. And if you want to keep watching, check out one of the videos on screen, go watch that, and I'll see you there soon. Take care and have some awesome lucid